Hi everyone, welcome to the world of Clan Wars with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is RNG Clan, the Rangers. Always thought RNG stood for RNG. They're playing against Super Clan on Arctic region. And as you can see, they've gone with a bit of a heavy lineup compared to most clans who play tier 6 Clan Wars. Often you see big swarms of Cromwells and Cromwell Bs or T37s, or even this tank, the Type 64, which is a tank I've got in my garage and I find it quite fun to play. It's got a good rate of fire, a punchy little gun. You can see the gun does 115 damage a shot and 177 penetration. That's premium ammunition. Standard ammunition's 128. It's also got a pretty good view range, and you can see that Bo B has got Chinese food enabled as a premium consumable, which will give him better view range, a better camouflage rating, better rate of fire, better everything, as well as the binoculars to help him spot out those enemy tanks. Now he's doing a bit of a boost up at C8, and he's looking to get some spots on the enemy tanks. Now we can see that they're doing a bit of a camp here. I'm going to fast forward this replay in parts because there are parts where not much happens, which tells me that the Rangers probably own this piece of land. And it's a very valid strategy when you own a piece of land to camp it up a little bit. An Arctic region does tend to lend itself to the camping strategy with heavy tanks. You can see the T50, KV85 and two M6s. One M6 driven by Psychromancer Sub-Zero, the commander of the Rangers. That shot just goes a little bit low towards the AMX 12T, but Bo B maintaining vision for his team. Obviously he's got the Chinese food, and he's also got the binoculars to help him try and outvision the AMX 12T, the STRV 74, and the Cromwell. I forgot to mention the AMX 12T when I was talking about light tanks earlier. And again, this is just going to be a little bit of wait and see, so I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit. Those three tanks seem to be still up at A4, and the camp off continues with RNG Clan, the Rangers versus Super. And now the Bo B in his Type 64, he spots some Cromwells, and have a look at this, Cromwell's T3485. That's the remainder of the enemy team. They're all pushing towards those two Cromwells that are there all alone. So Bo B knows that he's been spotted, so he maintains a conservative approach, keeps sniping away, and he's probably hoping that Cromwell that's all on his own, or now he's gone, he's probably hoping that he gets some assistance from these heavy tanks before he gets sent back to the garage. Bo B picks up a kill. One of those Cromwells that was killed did pick up a kill as well, and that evens the score back up at 2 apiece as the Super Clan continue their push. Bo B pulling back a bit. He doesn't want to waste his health too much. They've got vision on those tanks, and those M6s don't have a bad view range either. For a heavy tank, those mediums are probably close enough to the heavies to be able to be spotted by the heavies now. So Bo B pulls back, and he's looking for opportunistic shots into the enemy tanks. They've left that one Cromwell is on 100 odd hit points. He's trying to shoot that Noob and Feed. That's a pretty interesting in-game name. Finally manages to get a shot on him. Bit of map pinging going on. And 3-2. This is looking, those enemy medium tanks are looking like getting decimated here a little bit. They don't have, certainly don't have the armour compared to the heavy tanks. And Bo B just maintaining vision and trying to get the odd shot off as well. Now they're no longer lit, so he does the right thing here. Moves forward a little bit to try and keep those enemy tanks lit. Now he gets spotted in the process, probably from one of the Cromwells, or maybe from that little French tank that he was shooting at. Takes a hit from the Crommy, which puts him down to 160 hit points, and with the score on 3-2, is requesting fire from his clanmates. There's 5.5 minutes left on the game. That's probably not really enough time to try and camp it out now that the enemy tanks are so close. And Bo B just looking for a different angle on these enemy tanks. He's already picked up 408 hit points of damage and a kill, and 2 other clan mates have picked up some kills as well. Moving back around to try and get a different angle. The STRV caught napping a little bit. He was aiming the other way, and Bo B puts 2 shots into the Swedish medium tank before pulling back into the safety of that mound. Looks like a heavy tank just hit him. Got him down to 12 health. Bo B will be looking for the kill shot. Is that going to be it? No, the first shot goes a little bit wide. 3-2 is still the score. I'm not sure if he got lit when he came back up into those bushes. And those heavy tanks, they're just staying there. They're playing it safe. Of course, tank locking is in play now at Clan Wars, and I'm tipping it's also in play at Tier 6. A few of those heavy tanks have taken some damage. The KV-85 down to 278 health. The M6 of Psychromancer Sub-Zero down to below 600. Bo B picks up the kill shot on Noob and Feed in the Cromwell, and now it's a comfortable lead, 5-2. He's not even wasting his premium ammunition. You can see he switched back to normal ammunition to try and win this game. He's picked up 2 kills, 1,708 damage, and with a score on 5-2, you can think it'd be pretty safe for those heavy tanks to push on to the last remaining super tanks, the AMX-12T and the STRV-74, the new Swedish medium tank. Still nearly 4 minutes left until the timer goes off. It looks like one of the heavy tanks is moving forward, and as Bo B is moving away, maybe he doesn't want this tank to get locked up. If it is a defense and you get killed, then your tank gets locked. T50 takes out the STRV-74, and that just leaves the AMX-12T, who's only on 74 hit points. So Psychromancer does take a hit, but he's definitely got the health. He's on 300 health now. Now he's in a bit of trouble. I hope he doesn't mind that tank getting locked up. He probably needs to back off, but he's providing great vision for his clan. And Psychromancer picks up the kill, and in the end a comprehensive win from the lads from Rangers clan, 7-2, as we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results before we move on to a bonus game. You can see that it was not a bad result from Bo B at all. He spotted the whole enemy side, and he did plenty of damage as well. 1,823 hit points, 2 kills, and a good spread of damage. Those heavies were just kicking back, so some of them wouldn't have had the opportunity to put too much damage into those pushing Cromwells, and unfortunately the 2 Cromwells on the Rangers side got taken out by that push, which is always a risk when you do that. He actually managed to make some money with a premium account in that game as well, but that doesn't matter. The land was successfully defended, and that's all that matters on the Clan Wars arena. As we move on to the bonus game, this is a very quick replay, also sent to me from Bo B from the Rangers clan, RNG, and this time he's running around in another popular tank at Tier 6 Clan Wars skirmishes and platoons. It's the Cromwell, and it's an encounter battle on Redshire, but this time it's a Tier 8 game, so he needs to be a little bit conservative with his hit points. He's only got 750 of them, which I think will be 2 or 3 shots from either the IS-3 or the low on the enemy side, and certainly the RHM or the Scorpion can take him out in 2 shots, and a dangerous E25 platoon on the enemy side. Bo B not wasting any time, getting straight into the middle of the map to get some vision for his team, and of course he's probably looking to put out a bit of damage as well. Why not? A low shows you his side, and you've got premium ammunition loaded, you'll penetrate those shots all day. But that low pulls back a little bit. He's a bit nervous, and that position that the M41 Walker Bulldog's got himself into is a very good spot to try and spot those heavies as they cross towards the traditional heavy alley on this map. KV-13 gets taken out. I'm not sure where he was, as Bo B lets that British gun start to sing. Puts a couple of shots into the AMX 1375, the Tier 7 autoloader, before the Bulldog cleans it up, probably with his autoloader. And then Bo B just takes a nice shot into the M4A3E2, putting a bit of damage into the Tier 6 American medium. 1-1 is the score. He's picked up 526 hit points of damage, but he's not going to be happy with that. There's still plenty of health on the table as he looks for a cheeky shot into the side of the IS-3. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. But you never know your luck in the big city. And this is what these British guns are good for. They're good. Might not have a high alpha, but it does do pretty good rate of fire. He's got premium ammunition loaded, which gives him 202 penetration, 135 hit points of damage a shot, and 145 pen if it was standard ammunition. A good tactic to use when you're a tier 6 medium and you're shooting against IS3s and lows, tier 8 heavy tanks, especially angled like that VK is. You really need to make sure every shot counts. Now, looks like the RHM's been spotted. It doesn't manage to land a shot there. The second shot goes through. And of course the RHM might have a big juicy gun, but it doesn't have any armour whatsoever, especially that turret. That turret is made of wet cardboard. His team have lost another tank though, but he's also picking up some spotting damage in the middle of this map. Looking at the mini-map, you can see the T-32 and the IS-3 have pushed the 1-2 line, which is might be a questionable tactic, but if it works, then it's a good idea. Searching for a shot into the side of the low or the VK, and it looks like his platoon mate Prince of Chaos, which we've seen Bo B platoon with Prince of Chaos before. He's also in a Cromwell. Looks like he's going for some flanking shots in the low, and also looking for some vision on that E25. Sets the low on fire. Actually, it looks like the Prince of Chaos set the low on fire and picked himself up a tier 8 scalp, which is always good when you're running around in a tier 6 tank, especially a medium tank like the Cromwell. Killing tier 8 tanks is just beautiful. I remember I was in a T-37 in some tournament games a while ago, and I was just pumping out the damage into the side of some tier 8 heavy tanks. I didn't think the tier 6 was worth taking notice of, and it was just, it's a pretty good feeling. Looking for the kill shot. His platoon mate steals the kill from Snuffledown, which is probably one of the most coolest in-game names in the world, as Bo B moves forward. He does get lit in the process. There's some tanks with some good vision that he's going up towards, and there's a lot of them, so he really needs to make sure that he doesn't get outgunned here. There's a lot of enemy tanks up on this ridge line. Gets rid of the Jag Panzer, but it does take a big hit from the Scorpion. Take him down to 254 health. He's looking for the kill shot on that Scorpion G. Doesn't quite let it. Artillery does its job, and I reckon he would have picked up a little bit of spotting damage for that. And now he's got the side of the Panther. No premium ammunition needed for that. Those shots straight into the side of the tier 7 German medium tank. He does get lit there. 10-5 is the score, so he doesn't want to push over this ridge line because that Scorpion G will take him out with one shot quite comfortably. He is running tea and pudding, and that will help with his, not only his reload, but his aim, his camouflage, his speed, you name it. Taking care not to shoot his teammate here, or his platoon mate, and he just farms a bit of damage into the side of the J Panther as the Hellcat steals that kill as well. I reckon Bo B could have been up to about 6 or 7 kills by now. He's missed out on about 3 or 4. But one kill, 2,333 hit points of damage is no mean feat, especially in a tier 8 battle. And there's still a tier 8 Panther left who's cowering like a crying baby in the corner of the map. Rather than try and win, he's just trying to make it hard for people to kill him, I guess. Now, Prince of Chaos and Bo B both going for it in the against the Panther. Looks like the Panther's more focused on his platoon mate than Bo B, and the platoon mate gets killed, but Bo B says thank you very much, I'll take kill number 2, and also almost 3,000 hit points of damage, which is absolutely massive. And now, as always, towards the end of a random battle, the only tank left on the enemy side's artillery. It's YOLO time. He needs to be careful here. If he's loaded, he'll be in deep trouble. Shoots him, rams him, kills himself, picks himself up a kamikaze middle, and not a bad effort at all on Redshire. Just a very quick game, but this is why I said it. He sent it to me. 2 marks of excellence on that tank after that battle. Picked himself up an ace tanker. Eye for an eye for simultaneously destroying and being destroyed by the same enemy. Bruiser, fire for effect. Confederate for hitting more tanks than anybody else. High caliber, That's no mean feat in a tier 6 tank in a tier 8 game. And of course the kamikaze for getting rid of the artillery at the end of the game. Looking at all those tanks that he damaged, it was an absolute ripper from Bo B from RNG. And you can see Prince of Chaos had a pretty awesome game too, getting second highest damage. Bear in mind it was a tier 8 game. 3,322 hit points of damage for 3 kills was enough to give Bo B 1564 base experience, and he did a little bit of spotting damage as well. Prince of Chaos 2281, which was the second highest amount. There were a few passengers in that game, and you've got to say those tier 8 tanks didn't have the best game of their life, that's for sure. Profitable result too, even though we had to fire some premium ammunition, but doing all that damage and spotting damage was an absolute ripper. So thanks for the replays, Bo B. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was Clan Wars Tier 6 RNG versus Super Clan, as well as a Cromwell game featuring Bo B. Don't forget to check out Bo B's YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the video description. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.